Hey, welcome or welcome back. It is, as always, good to see you today. It is Thursday evening in my world, and yeah, it's been a very busy last week and a half, couple of weeks for me for work. So I'm behind on my video editing because YouTube is not my full-time job. It's just a fun hobby, and I haven't had much time in the past couple of weeks to fully catch up on the video recording and editing. And now we have some lives from Destiny and Amberlynn that we need to catch up on after I finish editing the pre-recorded or the recorded videos. So, right now we are going to take a look at Spilling the Truths of 2016 Part 2. And this video is almost 50 minutes long. I'm going to do a reaction style this time for it, and I don't know, just because. And I'm going to cut out anything that I don't think is very interesting or that I don't have anything to say about it. So, all that being said, let's go ahead and see if Destiny has anything to tell us about the last half of 2016 that's interesting. Alright, so when we last left Destiny, it was the end of June, and Destiny and Amberlynn had moved to Kentucky with Destiny's mother. Amberlynn was not getting along with Destiny's mother very well. Amberlynn was very disrespectful, we are told by Destiny. And let's see what else. They had just been offered or hired for some jobs to start in August, I think. But Amberlynn had also stated that she wanted to do YouTube full-time. So, let's see what happened last half of 2016.
Alright guys, so part 2 is coming. I think you guys are really going to enjoy part 2 because this is where it starts to get really juicy. I'm saying this is going to be stuff that you never would have thought would have happened. This is stuff.
Well, we'll see how juicy it's going to get.
It's just, it's about to go down. And I'm sure you will all be happy that you don't have to wait another week for it. I didn't want to do that to you guys, so I'm just going ahead and doing it right now.
I don't know why she uses that burp.
Alright, so we left off, I ended June. Now we're going to start in July. And like I said a second ago, this is where it starts to get super juicy. So I had the interview at the place we started working at, and I got hired. This is around the time Amberlynn had her interview, and she got hired as well. We also had our 1-year anniversary. Also around the 4th of July, that was our anniversary, like I said. And we did...
Okay. So, July 2016 is a 1-year anniversary, I guess.
4th of July, celebration with my family, and I made firecracker cookies, and my mom made cherry bombs, where she did vodka-infused cherries in a little bit of Jell-O and put sprinkles on it, and what have you. They were really good.
All right.
I got Amberlynn a promise ring around this time for our 1 year. It was mostly because she was talking about getting engaged a lot. She was talking about wedding stuff kind of a lot, and I just wanted to get her a ring just
to shut her up. Interesting. So Amberlynn was kind of hinting about weddings and marriage, and Destiny's just like, here's a promise ring, shut up.
Make her happy, basically. And then y'all talking smack about them being the same ring that I gave Lexus. It is not. And then I think someone also asked, before I get too into the same ring thing, my ring, it doesn't say anything. It's actually meteorite that goes all the way around. I don't know how else to show it to you. But I don't know what Amberlynn did with the ring I gave her, but I didn't ever have it again. And I literally just got Lexus's in January. So I can't help that they both like opal. That's just what, when me and Lexus have looked at rings before, that's what she liked.
I guess there's a lot of similarities between her current girlfriend and Amberlynn, I guess, then.
So that's what I got her. I also noticed that she tried to film me in the shower a lot. not like really showing too much of me, but still kind of showing me. Most of the time when she would be in there, it was because I have really bad acne, clearly, my face. It's on my back though, TMI, but whatever. And I would have her scrub it for me because I try to keep it calmed down.
All right. I think I'm glad I didn't watch a lot of Amberlynn's content from that era. It's just weird filming her in the shower.
And then you guys will see my mom frequently drinking around this time because she's in a lot of the videos around this time. My mom very much was an alcoholic. Um,
That's not good. Um, yeah, and if Amberlynn was disrespectful, somebody that's an alcoholic drinking a lot, they might be a little bit belligerent also. That's not going to be a good mixture.
it's no big deal. I mean, in the end, I guess it was, but she was, and
I mean, it's kind of a problem.
it ended up making some issues at one point. You will see. Then she shows how I start using a TV for a screen for my laptop because my laptop was broke. My laptop got broke because me and her were literally arguing over me playing Sims and not doing something. I couldn't even tell you what it was, but when I went to get up, I was mad and I just dropped it and broke it. I didn't like throw it down, but I dropped it, trying to like walk away from the situation. She also shows me.
So she and Amberlynn were arguing, and she dropped her laptop and broke the screen.
Then on my actual birthday, we went out. Now, um, it was a Wednesday. My birthday was on, and my mom was like, "Oh,
I'm so sorry. I'm just really distracted. Are are Destiny's boobs really that big? Or does she have like a pillow or something up under her arm? It's it's very distracting.
we're gonna go to all these bars and have a good time," and I was like, "Okay." I didn't really think there was a lot of bars gonna be open because it was a Wednesday.
I guess it is her boobs. Wow.
But we went to Applebee's and ate, and then we attempted to go to this gay bar that my mom really wanted me to go to, and there was supposed to be like a drag show. Well, we get there and it's deserted. Nobody's there. Nobody's nothing. Like no, just nobody's there. Nobody answers. We can't get in, so we just give up on it. We ended up finding a couple bars that were open, and we took shots at one of them. And then my mom wanted us to go to the strip club. Um,
Your mom wanted to go to the strip club with you. What the fuck? Your mom sounds crazy. Um, but wow. Huh. But I guess if she was an alcoholic and drinking a lot, she probably didn't care a lot about doing that.
I talk about the lady that gave me a lap dance while we were there. She was older. She had to be like 40s at the most 50.
I'm in my 40s. Okay, well, she didn't say she was old. She said older. Okay.
Like she was definitely older, and that was just a weird experience. You hear me talk about it in the video, but I did not enjoy it.
Oh goodness, I didn't see those videos.
She kissed my neck. She only had a thong on.
She kissed my. Oh, poor Destiny. I went to a strip club once back in my early 20s with a couple of friends, and the stripper licked my neck.
It was just really weird. It was like someone's grandma dancing on you. Like I was like, okay. I only gave her $1, and my mom yelled at me. She was like, "You should have given her more than $1." She said she did a good job and all this, and I was like, I didn't enjoy it, but my mom ended up giving her a few more dollars. Amberlynn mentions the seatbelt thing again in one of these videos around this time when I'm getting gas.
Is it that the seatbelt's broken? Because Destiny told us last time the seatbelt was not broken in her original car, but then she got a new car and the seatbelt was fine and it would fit Amberlynn.
Said something about it still being broke.
Ah, okay, so it's broken.
As far as I know, because Amberlynn, I guess, starts talking about her childhood a lot right here. As far as I know, I don't know if she lied about anything that happened in her childhood. I don't know why she would lie about that kind of stuff. But I mean,
I don't believe she has. I think what she said about her childhood has been the truth. And of course, I'm sure there's going to be things that she's either just completely blocked out or forgotten. I mean, how many of us how many of us can remember every single thing from our childhood? But if she was in foster care a lot, probably a lot of traumatic experiences, possibly, and just trauma from being taken away from her parents, and with her parents behaving the way they did whenever she was living with them. I'm sure there's probably a lot of things she's either blocked out or is going to be fuzzy.
I don't know. And then I feel like that's a lot of her problems. You know, like my mom tells her this at one point. She's like, you focus too much on the past. You blame the past for everything that's happening to you now, and you're not moving on from it. And I feel like that's still a big part of what's going on with her now. Like, she's still focused on what all has happened in the past, and she's not moving forward.
Yeah, I've said before, I'm sure, in videos of Amberlynn that, she's recognized what her problems in the past were. And people can blame their past for, well, this is why I am the way I am, or this is why I behave the way I am. But it's not a free pass to be a dick or for bad behavior. Once you recognize what the issue is, then it's up to you to make a change and do better or learn how to get past it and deal with it and move on.
And I mean, hopefully she stops moving forward. Um, you guys have been also asking about me getting misgendered. I don't ever remember being called it. Someone asked that if I was ever actually called an it. I don't ever remember that actually being called an it, but I do get mistaken as a guy a lot, and I don't understand how. Like, I have boobs, and I kind of feel like I have still some feminine features. Maybe from the back of my head, a dude. I don't have a butt. It's very flat back there. Um, I don't know. I don't.
Um, she has boobs. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to mistake those. But I guess, I mean, because her face is very round, I could see her being mistaken for a guy from the back for sure. Um, I mean, I can tell she's a girl, but um, yeah, I recall Amberlynn saying that there was a server somewhere. I don't remember the restaurant right offhand. One of the maybe a steakhouse or something that called Destiny and it. Excuse me. That's what Amberlynn said.
How they don't notice, but I just pretty much ignore it. I just go with it. I don't try to correct them. It doesn't bother me, especially if it's just like a waiter or a stranger. It's like, I'm never gonna see this person again. Why correct them? Why go out of my way? Um, we were starting to get really excited about our job. It was contracted with the government. It started at like, I think 15.25 or something like that an hour,
Interesting.
and it was really just data entry, but it was for the VA. We literally just were on a computer all day naming documents for the VA. And it was a really nice job. I mean, it was freaking easy, but everyone that worked there for long enough, they worked you to death, was what it was. And as easy as the job was, you were just working constantly, day in and day out. And I feel like that's why so many people ended up getting fired from there or quitting. It is
Interesting.
what it is.
I didn't know that, but so Destiny did that job, but she said that Amberlynn did as well, right? So Amberlynn has had a regular job and not just the volunteering work that she did at the assisted living facility.
there for almost 2 years. Or
Well,
yeah, like a year and a half. This is around the time that people start sending me nudes a lot on Snapchat or Instagram and what have you. That is why my Snapchat is private, is because that's where I was getting it the most, and my
wow, that's crazy.
Instagram is not private, but my messaging part is. So that is why, because that was happening a lot. It has not happened in a long time,
Oh, wow.
but you know, it is what it is.
I don't even have Snapchat. I don't even know how it really even works.
We had gone to Goodwill, and I had got some random stuff. I got a K cup holder that spun around, Um, just remember the K cup holder because that'll come back in a couple weeks from this point. And then this is where it kind of goes blank for a little while, like in the videos. Like she states that it's because she changes as a person, and this is also when we're saying that we're moving out. Like it's like we're starting work, and then boom, the next video is like we're moving out, we're still here, you know, this, that, and the other. We got very behind on vlogs, and like I said, she
Huh.
deleted the ones that she had filmed around this time. I don't know why she did that. I don't know what it was, but this is when a lot of drama happened between her and my mom. Now, when I said that they were got into spats a lot before, I'm meaning like it could have been just anything. It was just little stuff a lot of the time, or you know, I don't know. It was just random stuff. I can't really pinpoint a lot of what it was, but it would be something small, and between my
Turn
mom
into
being
something
argumentative and
big.
Amberlynn being argumentative, it would become a thing. But I want to say like a week or two into training at our job, so we weren't like working our actual hours that we'd be working. I think we were working like 3 to 11. I think it was like the second week, honestly. We were sitting at the kitchen table getting ready to leave for work, like packing my lunch, whatever, just sitting on the kitchen table talking. And I think I asked Amberlynn how she likes the job so far and how, you know, easy it is and all that. And she starts saying that she likes it, that it is easy, but she wanted to focus more on YouTube. And she was like, if by the time training's over, I decide I don't want to do it, I just won't start the actual job. And I don't know what came over my mom after this, but my mom came in there and started just saying, you know, like, she said something along the lines of, you don't need to stay at home all day and YouTube. It's not going to be good for you trying to lose weight. And I guess Amberlynn got offended about, you know, weight loss and all that. It's a never ending thing with her on that. And Amberlynn started saying that she likes the job, but she likes,
Well, I mean, sitting at a desk job all day isn't conducive to losing weight either. So, whether she's sitting at home doing YouTube videos, where she could make exercise or going for walks part of her YouTube videos, would be better for weight loss than going to a job and sitting and losing weight, because how much physical activity would she be getting at this job? So that, I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like if she had a more physical job, yeah, sure. But doing data entry, that's not really much of anything as far as physical activity.
she likes YouTube better. And then she was debating on stopping, and I don't know. Her and my mom started arguing back and forth, and my mom ended up getting physical with Amberlynn. That's where the K cup holder comes back. I think they're kind of slapping around at each other, and my mom, that K cup holder was sitting on the stairs for us to take upstairs or whatever. My mom came back with it and hit her over the head with it. It was very traumatizing for me, honestly. It was. I was freaking out. Um,
Wow. So Destiny's mom just picks up the K cup holder and hits Amberlynn over the head with it. Without any other context, that seems a little much to me. Now, I know Amberlynn can be difficult, but yeah, to hit somebody over the head with a K cup holder, I mean, man, that's not a good situation. And I'm sure Destiny's stuck in the middle because it's her mom and her girlfriend. Well, how that's not a good situation. I mean, I know Amber's very disrespectful, but and I understand maybe Destiny's mom was thinking more along the lines of having income, but coming at Amberlynn about, well, staying at home is not going to help with losing weight when neither is a desk job. So coming at Amberlynn that way, of course, was going to start an argument. But then to hit her with a K cup holder.
it was really rough for me. We ended up not going to training that day, which was, it was awful. I don't, you know, like that was the first time I ever had a panic attack. And after that, that's when I started like kind of experiencing anxiety. Before that, I had some anxiety here and there, and I'd only really get triggered when like, I don't know, there was fights going on around me, like physical fights. So it was never like people arguing. Like that kind of got my anxiety going a little bit, but that was the only time I'd ever had anxiety is when people were physically fighting, like at school and stuff. If someone got in a physical fight, I don't know, I had to walk away or I was going to start freaking out.
Yeah, well, I can see that having your mom and your girlfriend start getting physical in their altercations. I could see that starting to cause some anxiety and some some issues.
Um, uh, I had, like I said, my first panic attack, a PTSD flashback. I'm not going to get into my PTSD about all that right now because that would take too long, and I'll save it for another time. I promise I'll explain
What do
that
you
to
have
y'all.
PTSD from? The
But that, like
K-cup
I
holder?
said, first anxiety attack, and it was scary. I just remember seeing everything happen and then being on the floor and just screaming, and then I kind of black out. But they said I wouldn't let either of them get near me. I was like under the kitchen table just screaming, and I wasn't letting anyone touch me. I don't know. And when I kind of came to, I was so tired, and like I said, we couldn't go to work that day. Um,
Wow, that's that's not good. It's kind of rough.
so that's when we decided to get an apartment, just for the
Well, I mean, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Just remove yourself from the situation.
sake of everyone being under the same roof. That was when all the drama with her ex and the situation that they had started. And I know that she quit filming for a little while there too. And I don't know. I don't want to get into all that. I don't know. You know, like I just know what she has told everybody else. So I mean, I don't know. And
I guess this was with Casey, I think. I don't know a lot about it at the moment either.
the person, her ex, the evidence video that they posted, I didn't know that she was messaging them. Um, Plain and simple. I did not know that till she posted that video. So then we get the big TV for the living room, the 55-inch, nice big TV. Amberlynn says literally in this video that she gets it for me. And
My TV downstairs is 55-inch. I haven't turned it on in weeks. So she gets the TV for Destiny. Is this going somewhere?
we broke up, I wanted to, and when we were moving out of the lease went up in the apartment, and I was moving in with Dana, and she was going to live with Becky, I wanted that TV because she said it was for me. And she tried to say that it was her TV and that she was keeping it. I was not going to get it. And, you know, I wasn't trying to make a big thing out of it. I didn't really care, but it was the fact that she said it was for me and then turned around and said it wasn't. So I ended up just keeping the TV that we got for our room. So, and I had that TV.
You know what? You cheated on her and you broke up with her. I mean, if I were her, I'd probably keep the TV too. At least I think she cheated on Amber, didn't she? I guess we'll find out in the next video.
Then we get into October. Amberlynn starts talking about buying me a new car. I liked my car at the time. I didn't really see a reason to get a new one, but we had talked about it because, you know, it was a little car. It would have been nice to have a bigger car. And a lot of the issues, this is going to sound really bad, a lot of the issues I had with the car was driving Amberlynn everywhere. She was bigger. That car was so small. And just,
It's gonna start causing
I don't
problems.
know. When my stepdad looked over my car, you know, he said one of the shock on the side that she sat on was so worn down, and I need.
Well, yeah, I mean, how big was Amberlynn at this point? Was she like in the 400s? I mean, carrying 400 pounds constantly. Oh man.
The new one, and the one on my side was fine. So he said clearly it's the weight shifting in the car, and I had to get new tires, which the tires weren't her fault. I needed new tires anyway. Like all four of them were done. Also around this time, we actually, like I said, she becomes popular at work. We go to the truck stop to eat after work, and it's a bunch of people, but Dana is one of those people because that's when we became friends. Was around this time, like just friends, nothing more. Um,
Just friends, eh?
we were doing, what was it? And I think it was something where you wear headphones and you say something, you try to get the person to say what you're saying, something like that. I don't remember. It was something about, I think lips are red. Something I don't remember what it was exactly, but I say that to Dana, and Amberlynn gets offended. I mean, she goes off right there in front of everybody, does not care, and it was really embarrassing. And I was like, "Why are you doing this right now?" You know, like I was not trying. Why would I try to be that way in front of you? Why would I try to be that way at all? Like, I wasn't meaning anything by it. I just had Googled some of the stuff to say, and I was saying on the list. I wasn't specifically saying something to her, and it's a big thing, and it was that. So,
Wasn't there something like your hair smells like strawberries or something? I remember there being something about that as well.
um, the 20-piece McNugget thing. She came back in a video and said that she had not eaten, or I came back and said she didn't eat a 20-piece nugget. She had me say that. She did eat a 20-piece nugget. She really did. I don't know why she had me say that.
Why'd you eat a 20-piece McNugget? She had to go back and say she didn't do it, but she really did.
Um, and then this is also around the time things started to get really tense for us. I know at this point, I know I said I was secretly talking to my ex. I was not talking to her at this point. Um, I talked to her here and there. I did not talk to her like the whole time we were together. Just when things would get really bad between me and Amberlynn.
That's
Um,
not good, man. That's not good.
Amberlynn got super emotional about comments and hate on her YouTube. And I told her not to read it if it was going to bother her or let it get to her. She kept turning the
Exactly.
comments off on her
Don't read
videos.
it.
And I said, I know it's better said than done to not read it, not let it get to you. But if you wanted this to be your career, you need to find a way to get over it, basically.
Absolutely. If you're going to be on YouTube and you want to make money doing it and have it be your sole income, you got to get past the negative and rude comments. You'll have to just either not read the comments or only read them for a certain length of time after you post your video and then stop and just ignore the hate if it is hate.
I didn't become good friends with Dana, like actually like texting or talking to her till November. And I want to say like we would text a couple times here and there, and then she kind of just quit talking to me, quit responding to me. But I know towards the end of November, she showed me a laundromat, and I went there with her and her mom and her best friend just to see what that laundromat was like. But it was like right after that is when we quit talking, really. She like ignored me till me and Amberlynn broke up, literally. Which I wasn't like blowing her phone up or anything, but I just thought it was weird that she just quit having contact with me. But she did have a boyfriend.
That's
So
weird.
maybe that was it. I don't know.
That could be
we
it.
got new phones. We had gotten to a big fight at some point, and I don't know what we were arguing about. But then I think either my mom or my mammy called me about going over there because my mammy was going to my mom's, and she was like, "Hey, we're gonna cook. You guys should come over." And I was like, "Heck yeah!" You know, like I was ready to go. I hadn't seen my mom in a little while. I was ready to go over there and eat some good dinner and what have you. Well, Amberlynn didn't want to go, and I said, "That's fine. You don't have to go." Because, I mean, like I
I'm
said,
still
all that
going.
drama from before with her and my mom, they were just tense. But she didn't want me to go. And I was like, okay, well, it's been a little while since I've been over there. Just, I'm going to go over there.
Just go.
And she was just like throwing a big, just fit. I don't know how else to describe it. She was crying. And I know it was a Code Red Mountain Dew in my hand. She will swear to you that this didn't happen. I've talked to her about it before, and she swears it didn't happen. So I don't know why she thinks that, but why would I make this up? I would try to walk out of the house, and I know I had this Code Red Mountain Dew in my hand, and I'm just like, I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go. So, and because we were already arguing, I was like, I don't want to be around you anyway right now. Like, we were arguing. I wanted to go see my mom. She starts screaming at me from the sliding glass doorway, saying that she's gonna harm herself if I leave, and I don't know, just all this stuff, just going nuts. And then I was like, no, you won't. I said, that's not something to play around with. Just let me go see my mom. And she starts like coming at me, like, ooh, ooh, ooh. So I get in my car and I leave
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
the can on my top of my car, and I close the door real quick and I lock the door, and she's like telling me to get out, all this stuff, and she ends up throwing the can at my car. Made me mad. And I want to say I ended up not going. I don't think I did. I'm like 98% sure I did not go to my mom's. I ended up just going back inside and dealing with her.
Yeah, that's not good. That's yeah, very emotionally abusive and not good. I'm not surprised to hear that Amberlynn would do that because she seems very insecure and doesn't want anybody to leave her. I mean, we've heard her say about her current relationship with Wifey that they like really never go anywhere without each other. So, excuse me. I think Wifey has gone to the store without Amberlynn, but yeah, Amberlynn's very, very needy and very insecure.
And then I don't know if that's the fight that might have caused it, but right after that, we also got into an argument, and that's when she let me open a present, and it turned into opening all those presents. Like I said, this was around the time Dana and I had become good friends. This is, I guess, the point towards the end of November she quit talking to me. And like I said, we didn't talk till after me and Amberlynn broke up. Besides, like, here and there at work, I also started planning her. She thought it was going to be a Friendsmas. So just like a friends Christmas getting together Christmas party. But really, I was planning a surprise party for her.
Birthday party?
We were arguing so bad about something. She was trying to say that I was being secretive and that I was keeping stuff from her and all this. And we were arguing, and I was like, fine, you want to know what I'm being secretive about? I was planning you a surprise birthday party, and now you know about it. I was going to do it when we have the Friendsmas thing, and you weren't going to know. And she was like, oh my God, that's the sweetest thing, you know. And I was just like, well, you're not going to be surprised now. And she said, don't cancel it. You know, we'll still do it. I'll act surprised. And she chose the party and what have you. Let's see.
So I guess Amberlynn was maybe starting to be distrustful of Destiny already after the, like, word game with Dana at the restaurant. So maybe Amber was starting to get a little suspicious, or maybe was starting to not trust Destiny. So thinking she was hiding something and being secretive. Still, no reason to treat your partner that way. Unless, I mean, I don't think Destiny had given her any reasons to think she was doing anything bad.
She started you-nowing a lot. Like I said, I know you guys keep asking like what they would argue about her and my mom, and like I said, it was just little spats here and there. I don't know what else to talk about right now. I don't remember anything else because I pretty much addressed a lot. And I told you guys this was the juicy part, and I promise you that January and February, and I think some of March, is juicy as well for 2017. And then there's a lot of stuff going on with me and Dana after that, and slowly starting to hang out with Amberlynn. So, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this tea. This was like I said, spicy.
Oh, hold on. There was a message there. She just shared some messages at the end of her video from Amberlynn. So we have a message from Amberlynn that says, thank you for not saying anything bad about me. I'm so used to people treating me like crap and lying just to get views on their channel. I appreciate it truly. I hope you and your fiance are doing good. Happy for you. People want us to be against each other, but I'm not going to do that. Life is way too short, and we all have a list of problems we are dealing with. I'm sorry, that's what people want from you. And then there is a screenshot that shows Amberlynn unsent a message. So I guess Amberlynn sent these messages to Destiny and then unsent them. But, yeah, I'm not sure how juicy that one was. We did get some information, like the whole whacking over the head with the K-cup holder. Oh god, and kind of the beginning of the end of the relationship. So we learned the chicken McNugget thing wasn't true. We learned Amberlynn is kind of emotionally abusive, which isn't surprising. And yeah, I'm not sure how much of this I cut out. Probably quite a bit. Right now I'm looking at 58 minutes at this second. So hopefully I've trimmed this down by about half. But yeah, that's going to be Destiny's the rest of 2016. I'm not sure when I'll get this edited, but it's June 8th right now that I'm recording. So we shall see. But I hope you all have had an amazing week or weekend or day or whatever else it may be when you are watching this. And I hope you have an amazing day tomorrow. And until next time, be safe and take care.